Okay, seems to be online again. Let me check. Settings, 480p. Okay, I have no other option. I have to stream 480p. My internet went down. I don't know why. It's okay. So I will just do, I don't know if probably aren't here, so okay, so seems to be better the connection and the frame rates. Let me check. Yeah, it is better. Okay, it was a good thing to end the stream. Can have a better quality on the stream. Let me check the sound, if the sound is okay. So yeah, the sound is okay. It's the only option I have for the setup I have. Okay, let's build the X-Ultra. I'm gonna build it with Siren. I'm gonna build the X-Ultra with Siren. So yeah. Okay. The bolt, and I'm gonna change the build again to heat. I can show you this then in still path. So here is heat. So thermite rounds, status, armor shot for status to have above 100% status. So 100% status. I could make slash viral with underminations, but the Riven I have is better to build it for hit. So a Celtra. So Exceltra. The internet was a huge crash. The internet was a huge. I'm gonna build the Exceltra with Siren. And this is okay. Let's change the appearance. Copy frame colors. Yeah. So my cat needs a okay. Stream seems to be okay by now. So the X-Ultra looks nice, prime, better than the I'm going to level up with 7. The build is gonna be the same build as the other one. Critical chance 34. Let me check the other X-Ultra. We keep X-Ultra. What build am I running on the X-Ultra? 32, 44, it's almost the same thing. What build am I running here? Weapon recoil, multi-shot, reload, critical delay 96, critical shots with a critical delay. Effective ring. Let me check the other one. Status multi-shot critical. Status multi-shot critical. 96% critical. I have multi-shot reload. I need a reload. I'll just copy this build. Primal rifle and mutation. Yeah, I'll just copy this build. 96%. The other Exceltra will be 100%, so Exceltra 100% critical delay. It's the same weapon, is the same thing. It's funny. This is funny. The same thing as Exceltra. Yeah, it's the same weapon with a different skin. It's funny how, yeah, same weapon, different skin. Okay. The stats, I need to check the stats of Exceltra. .32 fire rate has more. The Exceltra has more fire rate. Reload 1.6, nice. Maybe I don't need the reload on this one. 1.62. Let me check. So I need this. The arcane. It's merciless.
Turtle C said, I figured it out.
Hello Turtle again. I have to reset the stream because the internet crashed. So I had a crash on the internet. There are a few things you can do on the bolter. You can do slash munitions. The build you sent me of the bolter, it's viral hit. I don't recommend you do viral hit. Just do pure hit.
Turtle C said, it's radiation damage that's making my other weapons strong.
If you are going for radiation, it's good to go for radiation. These new tile sets, maps, missions, new update, they are radiation enemies. The murmur, the name was missing. It's the murmur. You are doing.
Turtle C said, yeah.
You are doing here viral heat. I don't recommend. I recommend corrosive. Electricity here. Recommend corrosive.
Turtle C said, I added one of those mods and it's doing more damage.
You probably
Turtle C said, but it does less damage to shield.
If you want to do damage to shield, you gotta go heat, like you are doing here, viral heat. Sorry. I do think it's viral heat. I do think it's viral heat. This you are doing heat viral. If you want to do damage to shields, you have too much viral. So what you need to do here, replace the viral for corrosive and place a mod of heat here. More heat. You need more heat on the weapon. You are doing too much viral and less heat. You need more heat and less viral. And corrosive. Heat corrosive. Heat corrosive is better than heat viral. Viral is good with slash because viral does damage to health. It's kind of hard to explain this in a short period of time. This takes a while to explain how this works. Viral, if you see, this increases the damage you deal on health. This is good with slash viral. If you are going heat and you want to do status, you go corrosive. But there are a few mods you can replace. Vigilant armaments for heat. You need more heat. You can place heat here. You have two mods. you can do this on the build. Let me check the build of the bolter. You keep bolter. I'm gonna do a build without the ribbon. I'm gonna do a build without the ribbon. So you can do this. You can replace the so you are doing just do pure heat. It's better to do pure heat. It's better for you to do something like this. Shred. This one. This one. Status build on the bolter. So here recoil. You have this mod is good for recoil because you don't have a ribbon. So you have this mod is good for recoil. Vial precision. This mod, vial precision. I'm gonna place a small vial precision. I'm gonna place this mod, vial precision. You can get these mods are cheap. This has 90% recoil. So the less recoil you have, the more shots you will land on the target. The more shots you hit on, you will hit more shots on the target. So the point of using less recoil is to make more damage by playing in a way that you can aim at the target. If you have too much recoil, the shots will spread from left to right, up and down, and you will not be able to do headshots with the same accuracy if you use vial precision. I recommend you use vial precision. I'm gonna link you the build. Let me check what you have in here. You need vial precision in here. I would remove the viral and do pure heat. So will be something like this. So it will be with the mods you have. Let me check the mods you have. Bolt. And punch through also. You kinda need punch through on this weapon. Shred. It's gonna be shred. Shred heat with the mods, simple mods you have. Don't go for viral. Go for pure heat. Shred. What does shred do? Shred gives you punch through and fire rate. Will compensate the fire rate. Shred gives you punch through and fire rate. So if you have accuracy on the weapon, if you don't have recoil, you can aim at the targets and do headshots faster. If you can do headshots faster, you recharge the weapon. You recharge the weapon faster. The incarnate, you recharge the incarnate faster. So the point of using a weapon in the incarnate form is to have a fast way to deal headshots, and a fast way to deal headshots is this mod, this vial precision.
Turtle C said, well, I need more Forma XD.
For the vial precision, no. No. For the vial precision, no. No. You can put the vial precision here, because you have a dash, see? You have a dash. You can place vial precision here. Vial precision is really cheap. It's like 2 platinum, 1 platinum, 5 platinum. Vial precision is really cheap. 10 platinum maximum. Something like this. Vial precision. Radiated reload. You can make heat radiation. I would recommend you remove this and you use
Turtle C said, I need an adapter.
Adapter. Adapter. You need an adapter. You can get an adapter here.
Turtle C said, adapter.
Yeah, if you want to deal damage, you have to build the weapon to the maximum.
Turtle C said, I'll build Forma XD.
You have to build the weapon to the maximum.
Turtle C said, forgot to build Forma.
Yeah, you've got the adapter here. I get the adapters here. You see these syndicates. These syndicates, you get points. You should have these syndicates, many points on the syndicates. Get the adapter here.
Turtle C said, yeah, I have blueprints. Turtle C said, I just need Forma XD.
If you are going, my recommendation for everyone, if you are going to build a weapon, build it to the maximum Forma with the adapters, with everything you can. I'll show you what the bolter can do on Steel Path. I'm gonna solo this. I'm not gonna use Sarin, I'm just gonna use the bolter. I'm gonna use what? Volt. Volt no. Wisp. Wisp no, she gives a buff. Volt without shield? I will use Ilderin. Ilderin. She can remove the armor, but I won't remove the armor. I'll use Ilderin. So I can show you what you can do. My advice when you build a weapon, go maximum Forma. Ignis, no, bolter. Go maximum Forma on the
Turtle
weapon.
C said, I've seen a lot of people do builds without Serration. Should I do that?
No. You should use Serration. If you have a Riven with damage, normal damage, 165 damage, and you have, let's imagine, 90% damage, 100 damage, 200 damage, whatever. If you have normal damage on the Riven, you remove Serration. What happens, and people don't realize this, they make videos on YouTube, I follow them, I watch the videos, I take ideas, but I don't follow 100% what most YouTubers and Twitch streamers do. Why? Because I like to test it for myself and see what is good and what's not. So Serration gives you base damage. You need one base damage to give you a bonus. Let's imagine I want to use more base damage. Heavy caliber. Does this gives you a bonus? 2 damage mods? No. Does 1 damage mod give you a bonus? Yes. You need a damage mod, a Riven or Serration. You need a Riven with damage or Serration
Turtle C
to give you
said, I have a kit gun that's been carrying me and IDK why it does so much damage.
Depends on the kit gun and on the build you are using. That will depend on the kit gun and the build you are using. That will depend on the kit gun and the build you are using. Probably gaze. Is it gaze? Yeah. No wonder. It does damage. Its gaze is a good kit gun. If I have multi-shot critical chance, you are building for critical. This is a primary. You can build for critical. Yeah.
Turtle C said, it's Gaze XD.
Yeah, you can build for critical. You have hunter munitions. You have to change this thermite rounds for an argon scope for viral. If you are going hunter munitions, you go viral. If you are going heat, you go heat. You can go heat corrosive or pure heat, depending on the mods you have. But for the primary gaze, for this Raven, for this critical chance, you have chosen the critical chance part I have status and critical chance on the gaze. I have a status chance gaze parts and a critical chance gaze parts. I have two gaze primaries and two gaze secondaries. So for primary you can go on terminations, but you need viral. I will recommend you to remove the argon scope. You don't need more critical. You only need 100 critical. So you are achieving critical chance and critical chance 167 because of these two. You don't need argon scope. You need vital sense, yes, but here I will place a toxin. No status, you don't need status. If you are going in the untermunitions, you are not going to build the weapon for status. You're going maximum. I will show you my gaze. The two gazes that I have, you have two options: hit status, critical untermunitions with viral. I will show you. Keep gaze. You see, I have one gaze, Prisma Flux rifle. I'll show you the other one, gaze. I'll trying to explain how the game works, gaze, how things are programmed. So you see, critical gaze 39 and status gaze 39. See, 39 critical, 39 status. Two different gaze. Both deal almost the same thing in damage. So this one here, Pax Charge. I use Pax Charge. See, heat, pure heat. Now this is corrosive heat. See, I have why do I have more corrosive than heat? No, I have 166 heat, more heat than corrosive. You see what I have? Heat on the ribbon. You can use this wildfire. Oh, this is status heat. I have a critical heat. You can use wildfire this. Weld. You can use this wildfire for heat and hellfire, wildfire, and thermite rounds if you want. In the place of the ribbon, see? This is the status build, and you have the critical build. This is the build you are using. Kit gun. Gaze. Secure. On primaries, I prefer the critical. This is what you are doing with the critical. Primate cryo rounds, you see. I'm not using status on the critical. The status comes from here. You have a full status here on the interminations. The status you deal on the gaze, you only need the interminations. It's your status. Your status is interminations. The rest is no status, see? Primate cryo rounds, no status. Infected clip, no status. These are both no status modes. You see this one, galvanizing aptitude. It's not for the status, it's for the damage it does. I can place here something like this. I should replace for armor shot. Maybe what is more powerful, armor shot or galvanizing aptitude? I can replace the aptitude status for armor shot, more critical damage. This is a critical build. You don't need status. Let's imagine if I will show you the ribbon. Status duration is good. Why? Status duration is going to make interminations more powerful. These slashes, status duration, critical chance, ammo maximum. I'm mainly using this for the status duration and critical chance. Status duration is going to make interminations more powerful because the slashes will last and will multiply over time, will last longer and multiply over time. So you are choosing for your gaze, you have to remove the status from your gaze and place viral. You will deal more damage. Kit gun. On your gaze, you only need hunter munitions as a status. You only need the hunter munitions. You don't need more status. You don't need this status. Status heat. You don't need. You need the viral. So replacing this for viral, argon scope and thermite rounds, toxin and cold, you will deal way more damage. If you don't have primed cryo rounds, the prime version, you can use normal cryo rounds, and you can use the malignant force here. You have a V, this is a V, you can use malignant force, and here you can use normal cryo rounds or rhyme rounds is status cold. But I recommend you replace the viral for these builds work. I've seen YouTubers, I watch YouTubers, and they do work. But you have other options. For this kit gun, the best option is
Turtle
really...
C said, I found that viral does more damage to armor enemies.
Yes. You will not have a problem with this case against any fashion.
Said, but does very little to shield enemies.
With this weapon, you try with this weapon. Let me just show you my critical gaze. I'll show you my critical gaze against Corpus, so you can see what it does. I'm not using pack charge. I sold my pack charge and I forgot to buy it again. Okay, I will show you what this can do.
Turtle C said, I think I should have a build for both now XD.
Let me show you what this can do against Corpus, Steel Path enemies. I will select a mission so you can see. This is slash, this is slash viral. You are missing these mods. You see, these mods make a huge difference. Primal cryo rounds, infected clip, because they have more percentage, more damage. So you are missing some mods. It's going to be hard to build up damage with these mods. But I'm going to show you. This is a slash viral against Corpus. It's better to use heat against Corpus, but I'm going to use slash viral against Corpus and cascading power. Against Corpus it's better to use heat. It's dragging a while. Let me place some. Slash viral is better against armor enemies, but you can deal with Corpus also.
Turtle C said, I'm testing these on 140 XMS enemies. Turtle C said, on Steel Path.
Yeah. You are on Simulacrum. Send me an invite. Send me an invite to Simulacrum. Send me an invitation. And choose the enemies so you can see how things work. Send me an invitation. I hope this doesn't lag. Yeah, this freezes the game freezing, it's not the stream. So, yeah. This freezing, it's the game, it's Warframe being Warframe. You don't have the other simulacrum. So choose the enemies. Choose the enemies, the corpus enemies, so I can show you. You probably have the wrong part on the weapon. But it's okay. Choose the enemies on the console. I cannot choose the enemies on the console, but you can choose the enemies on the console. The corpus enemies you want to exterminate. These ones. You have to aim for the headshots. The first enemy takes a while. You have corrupted heavy gunners here. The first enemies take a while to take out.
Turtle C said,
You need more enemies.
Yes.
You need to spawn more enemies, so this is not how it works
Turtle
in the game.
C said, I have 2 to test both.
Spawn more enemies, because this is not enough. You have to take the damage. When build up the damage, galvanize the damage, the arcanes. You need more enemies. 6 enemies is like low. You need like 20 enemies or more. Spawn more enemies so you can see what the weapon can do. Because when you are in mission, you don't have these enemies. You have low level enemies, low armor enemies, weak enemies, and strong. You don't have a mission full full with Eximus. Unless they are see how fast can this kill. I'm not using any buffs, I'm just using the arcanes and the companion also. These are Eximus 140. You can do the same thing with the heat. This thing I'm doing, it's going fast. Is this still path? Are these still path? Probably not. Are these? It will struggle. It will struggle something.
Turtle C said, should be.
It will struggle against shield enemies, but you don't have these enemies in missions like you have in here. They are all Eximus and they are all strong. No. You have weak enemies to build up damage, and you have strong enemies. The weapon builds damage with kills. It's doing good. If this is still path enemies, it's doing great, the weapon. But you have to invest on Forma, you have to invest on the Riven. If you want to play a weapon, if there is something you like about the weapon. I have different weapons because I like to play with different weapons. It struggles some enemies, the Arctic Eximus. Let me see. The Primate Quarrier rounds and the Infected Clip if I'm going to attack the same target, you will see a difference, and the kit gun parts also make a difference. The kit gun parts also make a difference. See, it's going a bit faster than yours because you need more Forma, you need to change the heat to viral. Depends on the... if you want a weapon
Turtle
to take...
C said, that was viral.
You need to invest on the more viral Primer Quarrier rounds on a prime version and the other mod. What happens if you have a Primer Quarrier rounds? The intermunitions will deal more damage. the enter munitions takes the damage of the total damage you are dealing. If you are dealing 600 viral, the enter munitions will deal 600 slash. If you are dealing 1000 viral or 2000 viral, the enter munitions will deal 2000 slash. So more viral you have, more enter munitions will deal damage. The enter munitions will deal damage according to the viral you have, and the other damage types, puncture, slash. So the enter munitions gets the damage from the enter munitions gets the damage from the total damage of the weapon. More damage you have, the bigger number you see. Imagine you are dealing 600, 500, 1000, 2000 damage per bullet. The enter munitions will go convert that damage into slash. So more total damage, more slash damage. More enter munitions, the better enter munitions is. I'm trying to explain you how the game works, the system works, how things are. Because I have no problems taking out the targets. I took out the targets, I have no problems. You can see here. I have no problem. See, I'm taking out these targets. I have no problem because I have the prime at cryo rounds. It's a prime version. Makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. The prime at cryo rounds makes a big difference. If you have a prime at cryo rounds, if you have forma on the weapon, a full built weapon with a full
Turtle C said, I don't think I have primed cryo rounds yet.
But it makes a difference. Trying to explain you, the number you see on your weapon, imagine 600 damage per bullet, 500 damage per bullet. If you can make 1000 damage per bullet, the slash will deal 1000 damage. So the enter munitions takes the damage from the weapon and turns it into slash. Adds more slash to it. You have 1000 viral, 500 viral per bullet, and you'll get a bonus of 500 slash per bullet. You have 1000 viral per bullet, you get 1000 slash bonus damage per bullet. You have 1500 damage per bullet, you get a bonus of 1500 damage per slash. It's a bonus. The enter munitions is a bonus above and over, not above, over a bonus over the base damage per bullet you have. So more viral, more slash. More viral, more enter munitions damage. You understand? More puncture, more slash, more impact, more enter munitions damage. The more damage you have on the weapon, the more enter munitions deal damage. It will multiply the damage of the weapon, if you understand what I'm trying to explain. And you should go viral, because in game the hardest enemies to take out are Grenier and Corrupted. So to have a balanced weapon, slash viral, it's okay. If we go to a mission, I do a mission on Steel Path, it will be easy because you have low level enemies, weak enemies and strong. You kill the weak enemies, build up the damage on the weapon. You kill the strong enemies with the damage you build up. You are spawning enemies that don't spawn in missions, which are the Exinus. They are strong. I'm trying to explain how the game works, how things are programmed, so you can understand how things work. So if you are trying to build up damage with the strong enemies, it's gonna take too much time. It's going to take too much time to build up the damage, because they are strong. In mission, you have the small enemies, the weak enemies, and you take them out, building up the damage from the galvanized mods and the arcanes, and that will give you a big damage to take out the big units. Killing weak enemies, then you kill the strong enemies. That's how the game works in mission. Doesn't work like Simulacrum. Simulacrum is just to test the builds, which one deals more damage to enemies. You will see that I will use heat gaze, and I will probably deal more damage with the heat gaze. Let's see, I don't know. I will test out the heat gaze. It's quite powerful, the heat gaze also. It depends on the... both deal great damage, heat gaze or not. So, remember, one mod can make a difference. A Riven can make a huge difference. A Primed mod can make a huge difference. So you need to build your weapons with maximum forma and the mods. I'm going with Kitgan Gaze. I have the Secura Flux Rifle. I'm going with the Prisma Flux Rifle, which is the Gaze Heat. I'm going with this is the Gaze Heat, status Heat, as corrosive also. You're dealing more damage now. You have to wait for the headshots. You have to aim for the headshots. See, you are dealing with more damage now. Let me see the stats you have. Slash, radiation, viral. Yeah. Slash, radiation, viral. Nice. They will be more resistant. See? You have to come and test the weapon. You are dealing slash, radiation, and viral to the target. There will be some targets that are resistant to the damage types. You have huge slashes. Vital Sense also helps. I'm using Vital Sense on this build. No, this is corrosive. You have to try different builds on different enemies and see what works the best for you. For shields, heat for shields is great. Heat to take out the overguard is great. But then if you have armor enemies in the same mission, let's imagine Corrupted. If you are going to a mission to kill Corrupted, you have shield enemies, you have armor enemies. So you need to choose a weapon that it's good to take out the both. Yeah, but I don't know what you change. You change a few things, probably viral. But you need if you are doing viral, you need a primed cryo rounds, a prime mod. You will deal more damage. There are many ways to build a weapon, but the basic builds are always the same thing. The heat status can be heat corrosive or only heat, slash viral, slash comes from the anti-munitions. So if you are using anti-munitions, you don't need status on the weapon. Don't build a weapon for status if you are using anti-munitions. The anti-munitions is the status itself. So transforms all the damage types, transforms the damage types into a status. The anti-munitions does that into slash status. So you don't need status on that gaze. You don't need nothing status. The status comes from the slash. You can spawn some enemies. I'm just gonna see if the heat is better for this. Probably not. I don't know. Spawn a lot of enemies. Let me check. This is a heat build. Heat status. Probably not. But the first target takes a while. First targets take a while. I should have aimed for the overguard one. I don't know if the slash vital is better or not. Usually he's better slash vital on a primary. The heat is usually better on the... Now we have a better thing to for the armor enemies. The slash vital on a primary, I use slash vital. For secondary, it's not dealing bad. It's not. I need to. It's not bad, but I do think the slash version is bad. I do believe the slash version is bad. Heat does a thing to the enemies if you like crowd control the enemies. It's not bad. This is a heat corrosive. It's not bad. If I do this with a siren, heat corrosive. If I change to siren, it will be a lot faster. Because siren has the Siren has the armor reduction. If I do this, it goes with Siren. Siren has the armor reduction. So the bolter, you have two options. Either you go for critical, either you go for. I need to do a small break, so I need to do a small break. The bolter, you have two options. Either you choose the incarnate versions of critical, either you choose the incarnate version of status. But on primary, I'm gonna do a break. On primary, I do recommend the Unterminations vial on bolter. I'm just using the heat on bolter because of the Raven I have. I'm gonna do a small break.
Turtle C said, "Okay, I'm convinced XD." Turtle C said, "I need to go to sleep and wait for Santa Baro to come with primed cryo rounds and primed redirection."